Hi everyone, it's Tiffany and welcome back to TLC Shopping. Today I want to talk about some drugstore items that I really love. I think it's easy to go into Sephora or go to Mac and pick out items because there are testers, there are people there to lend you a hand, and that's just not the same in drugstores. Lots of times you're looking at an item and you have no idea what it looks like or what the texture is, what the swatch is going to look like. And so I just want to tell you about a couple of my favorite items that I have found in my years of shopping. So the first one that I want to talk about is the Maybelline palettes, eyeshadow palettes. They've done a few of these in the last couple of years. I wasn't really into trying them, and then I got this one, the Nudes palette, from a pen pal type program that I signed up for maybe like a year ago. And she sent me this palette and I thought, well, what the heck, I'll give that a try and find it. And I really loved it, so much so that I went out and bought the Blush Nudes palette, even though I own Naked 3, who clearly I can never turn down more pink shadow. And then I also snagged the Brights palette when it was briefly released here in Canada. If you find this palette, I would pick it up. It's pretty great. It's got a bunch of neutrals and a bunch of bright colors. My next item is the Clump Crusher mascara by CoverGirl. It's one of their Lash Blast mascara. I find buying mascara at the drugstore an extremely overwhelming endeavor. CoverGirl alone has like 6 different kinds, and they're just color-coded, I guess. This one, there's the green, there's the pink, there's the orange, there's the purple. 2 years ago I went through and I tested 10, well I really tested like 14, but I only wrote about 10 different mascaras. There's only so many times you can write, well that was nice, it was whatever, before you kind of get bored of that. But this one stood out as amazing. I really loved it. I actually even repurchased it as I was going through. It has this, can you see that? Let's try it. It has this kind of crescent wand. Anyways, I found it to be the perfect mascara for me, and I have recommended it to several other people. You know, best mascara that you can find for, well, at the time it was under $10, and now with the dollar it's probably a little bit more, but this one, highly, highly recommend if you're at the drugstore and looking for a mascara. Just in the last couple of years since reading other beauty blogs have I got interested in a NYX. This is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and it is a great base for putting on your lid and then putting bright colors of eyeshadow on top of it. It really helps make them pop, and I've done this in several different looks, usually with pink or purple eyeshadow. I also read recently where you can use the black one and then put some pigments on it and it'll show different shines of the pigment, so I'm actually really excited to go and pick that up and try that out. So for the $5 that this is, they're super awesome. They last a really long time. I really like it. The last 2 items that I have to talk about are Maybelline, and one is the Dream Wonder foundation and the other is the Instant Age Rewind Eraser, dark circle eraser. If you've watched any of my 5-minute videos, you know that I use this in every single one. I never really used concealer before, but now that I've started using this, it's super great. You can see I only have a little bit left, and I'll probably be featuring this in one of my empties posts in the near future. I really like that this one has a spongy top, so you don't need another sponge or a brush or kind of anything to mess and fuss with. You just put it on, pat it in with your fingers, and away you go. I tend to use it right under my eyes, a little bit when my nose has some redness, and a little bit on my chin to hide some large pores. And maybe if I have a blemish, I'll kind of dot it on there. It's a great kind of everyday product that I use. I highly, highly recommend it. So the last product I have to talk about today is the Maybelline Dream Wonder Liquid Touch Foundation. This came highly recommended from Rebecca at Lipstick and Lullabies. She tried it out on her blog probably like a year ago, maybe last summer, something like that, and said it was really great. So I went out and bought some in my wonderful shade of pale in this particular one called number 15 Ivory. I wear foundation kind of only on special occasions. Most days I put on a makeup primer and that's it. So to go hand in hand with this is also, I don't have a beauty blender. I think $26 for a sponge is ridiculous. And I'm sure if I tried one, I'd probably agree that it is amazing. But really, I wear foundation maybe 5 or 6 times a year. Definitely not enough to invest in a beauty blender. So this is a dirty, but it's a Quo blend, a Quo sponge. I think I spent $10 on it. It works. You get it wet, it blows up in size. It spreads your foundation out. Works good for me. So, you know, under 25 bucks for my foundation option, that's a no-brainer. So have you used any of these products? What are your favorite drugstore products? I'd love to hear. Please leave me a comment. Happy shopping!